Our Lady of Mount Carmel, Nuestra Señora del Carmen. Ito ang isa sa mga pinakakilalan na titulo at tawag sa ating mahal na ina. Dinala dito sa Pilipinas ng mga paring Recoleto ang imahe niya galing Mexico noong 1618 at mula 1621 ang San Sebastian Basilica na ang naging dambana niya. Sa mahigit 400 taon nang nakalilipas, dumami ang mga deboto ng Our Lady of Mount Carmel de San Sebastian. Lumaganap ang paniniwala sa kanyang pamamagitan. Kumalat din sa buong kapuluan ang pagsuot ng Brown Scapular at ang pag-asa sa mga pangako nito. Patuloy pa rin ang pandemya at sa harap ng palibagong banta nito sa ating kalusugan at hanap buhay, bumalik tayo sa ating mahal na ina at hingin muli ang kanyang tulong. Magkaisa po tayo sa isang novena na gaganapin sa pag-abang at paghahanda sa kapistahan ng Nuestra Señora del Carmen de San Sebastian. Ang novena ay masasabayan sa Facebook page ng Parokya ng San Sebastian at ng mga parokya, eskwelahan, communities at organizations na kasama sa pamilyang Recoletos. Tuwing alas 5:30 ng hapon mula January 20 to 28. Samantala, ang misa naman sa araw ng kanyang kapistahan ay gaganapin 6 p.m. sa January 29. Ito'y pangungunahan ni Jose Cardinal Advincula, Archbishop of Manila. Patuloy nating ipagdasal ang ating mundo, ang ating bansa, ang ating pamilya at mga kaibigan, ang ating sarili, sa ating mahal na ina, Our Lady of Mount Carmel de San Sebastian.
Okay.
Father Rene, pakibigyan po kami ng background. Paano po ba nagsimula ang debosyon sa Our Lady of Mount Carmel?
Ang devotion sa the Blessed Virgin has always been there with the Christians, no? Mary and the early saints were objects of devotion. Tapos, we are told that in the 6th century, merong mga Christians in Palestine who started to be devoted to the Blessed Virgin Mary. And they retreated to what is Mount Carmel. No? Carmel, of course, we know from the Old Testament na si Prophet Elijah slaughtered the priest of Baal in the so probably also in devotion to the Prophet Elijah and to the Blessed Virgin, these Christians started to gather in Mount Carmel. That is a promontory that overlooks the sea. And then in the 12th century, nag-umpisa na yung mga Saint Berthold of Calabria and 10 other hermits, solitaries. No? They started to solidify that devotion. But later on, because of the need for them to go out of Palestine sapagkat dumating na ang mga Turks, no? So they had to go to Western Europe, no? So from their origins in the East, they were displaced. They went to Western Europe, and there you have already in the 13th century Saint Simon Stock, who became general of the order. And he, according to their history, sa Carmelite history, he had that apparition of Blessed Virgin Mary, na kung saan yung devotion also to this, the Brown Scapular is supposed to have been mentioned. Pero ang importante dito ay nag-shift ang kanilang buhay from hermits, solitaries, into cenobitic life, which is common life. No? So they were now living in common. We are in the 13th century, na kung saan sa kasaysayan ng simbahan ay nag-umpisa yung mga mendicants, no? Like eventually the Augustinians, the Franciscans, the Dominicans, we are in the 13th century. So itong mga Carmelites are part of that mendicant movement. So yun, devotion to the Blessed Virgin of Mount Carmel, and then the scapular.
Father, napakahalagang bahagi po ng kwento ng Nuestra Señora del Carmen ang tinatawag na Brown Scapular. Pakipaliwanag po kung ano ito.
Ang scapular is that part of the habit of religious na kung saan nagkukubre dito sa scapula. The scapula is this part, no? So in the religious habit, it is an ample cloth that covers the the shoulder. Later on, it became smaller and smaller, and so now you have these even plastic ones that are very small, a brown scapular. So what is that? That's supposed to be, according to the tradition, the promise of the Blessed Virgin na kung sino ang gagamit nito will be protected, will be defended against sudden death. That would not only, sudden death is not only the physical death, but itong the death that you are unprepared for, that you would not be ready to meet the Savior. No? So ang importante ay what happens to you at that moment of transit from this life to the next life. That's the most important moment of your life. No, the Blessed Virgin would accompany the devotee in that very important moment. Now, we have to say na hindi yun magic, hindi yun anting-anting. Hindi porket ikaw ay nagsusuot ng brown scapular, you are magically protected from sudden death on a Saturday or by the Blessed Virgin. No, religion, Christianity does not work that way. No, icons are there, images are there, but they are never mathematically or automatically protecting us, because that would be magic. No, but they are reminders. They are reminders of the of sacred realities. When we wear the scapular, it's a reminder of the Blessed Virgin. So hopefully the devotee would remember, even if all of us are sinful, even if all of us have sins, na ako ay nakasuot ng scapular, I should be devoted to the Blessed Virgin Mary, who was the first disciple of Jesus. So ang ano diyan, ang dulo at puno diyan ay ang Panginoon talaga. Everything goes to the Lord.
Father, ito ay isa sa mga pinakasikat na debosyon sa buong mundo. Bakit o kaya?
Because probably of that promise, no? Maybe some people would understand it not sufficiently enough. Na basta you are wearing the scapular, you would be prevented from that unprepared death. But another explanation also would be that devotion to the Blessed Virgin Mary is very common, very popular. Whatever the invocation, Fatima or Lourdes or manawag ito sa Pilipinas, Peña France. So as long as Mary is involved, the devotion is always popular because people have devotion to their mother. Even old people, when they are dying, I have an aunt who is a much senior citizen, and when she was hospitalized, she was in pain. Ang tawag niya, Mama, Mama. So she was calling her mother, even if she was already quite old. So that devotion to the mother is always there. Now, when you have this mother who was very tender, who is very generous, who appears in so many invocations, because that's how she wanted to be invoked. No? So all kinds of people can invoke her in any kind of apparition. So that's how Mary becomes so popular. First of all, the natural love of a person for the mother. Secondly, the incontrovertible mga graces and favors that Mary, through her many titles, has given to her devotees, whether you are Guadalupe or Immaculate Conception or Lourdes or Fatima or Carmel. So,
Father, paano po dumating sa Pilipinas ang debosyon sa Nuestra Señora del Carmen?
Ang mga Recoletos, before they came to the Philippines, nagdaraan po sa Mexico, where they have the hospice. Alam po natin, before the opening of the Suez Canal. So you go muna from Spain to Mexico, stay there for some months. And then while they were in Mexico, they have contact with the Carmelites, no, the discussed Carmelites of Mexico, and there we are told that they were given as a gift by the Carmelite sisters this icon, this image of the Blessed Virgin Mary or Mount Carmel. And so they brought that to the Philippines, and in 1618, we are told that it arrived in 1618. Now, in 1621, it was enshrined in San Sebastian. That's why this year, starting last year, ending May of this year, we celebrate the 400th anniversary of the arrival of the image of the Blessed Virgin as Lady of Mount Carmel in the Philippines. That's not only Marian icon that the Recollects brought, no? Meron ding Our Lady of Consolation earlier, meron ding Our Lady of the Pillar, and then we have also the later, in 1634, Our Lady of Health. So 4 Marian icons identified with the Recollects because they brought. Of course, the others, the Dominicans, the Jesuits, the Franciscans, they had also their other Marian devotions.
Father, sa buong mundo, ang kapistahan ng Nuestra Señora del Carmen, Our Lady of Mount Carmel, ay sa ika-16 ng Hulyo ginaganap. Bakit po sa Enero 29 natin ginugunita ang kapistahan ng Our Lady of Mount Carmel de San Sebastian?
Hindi ako masyadong knowledgeable about the why. I know that even in the 17th century, ito na sa 21 January na ang mag-umpisa ang devotion, no? 21 tapos hanggang sa 29 ang novena to Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Bakit? I surmise, I have no historical sources to base this on. I surmise na dahil maulan ang Hulyo. Maulan ang Hulyo and Enero is not maulan, and this involves mga procession kasi, no? So I think that is one reason. Wala akong historical basis for that. I just think. Kung titingnan din natin, ang mga fiesta doon sa Espanya ay maraming nasa summer months, no? Summer months, because that's when people are free. Probably that is a factor. But as I've said, I have not read any historical document about this. I just know that as early as the 17th century, ang devotion the novena was already held in January.